What's up, guys? We are back forever and then some. I'm Brian Hefner. This is my beautiful wife, Tiffany. We're two parents who just love theme parks and Disney and stuff. And we're going to get on this podcast and we're going to talk about it. Okay. But if you know, if you're following, if you watched last week's episode, we're doing top 5 series. And this episode here is our top 5 favorite rides in Hollywood. But it's not just the top 5, it's a game. We've created a little point system where we're putting our lists together, and in the points that are created from each person's choices get added together, and that decides what the actual best ride. You like my hand motion? Actual best ride is in each park, in our personal opinion. Was that a great intro?
Yeah.
I'm already juiced up. We totally aren't warmed up because we recorded two back-to-back episodes. I'm not wearing the same shirt as last week because we literally just did last week 10 seconds ago. But we are back. Hollywood Studios, baby. I've said it on the podcast before. This is my favorite park of the favorite Disney park.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm excited about this one. This one has arguably one of the best rides in the world in it. So you probably guess what my number one is. But if you didn't watch last week, Big Thunder Mountain came out victorious in last week's episode. So our points got added together.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, a 9 out of 10. Our points got added together. It got a 9 out of 10. Big Thunder is like the ride that's representing our favorite rides of the parks. When we're done with all this, we're going to put all of our favorite, all the winners together and put them up against each other and then definitively come up with our choice of which is
gonna
the best.
win.
It's not like who gonna win. I'm sure like one of your favorite rides is going to come out on top of one of these two, maybe.
I just meant out of the rides. I wasn't.
Yeah, like who's gonna?
We're not. You just made it against each other.
Yeah,
wow.
let's not go against, babe. I love you. Let's not go against each other. We both love this stuff. All right. Yeah. We hope you guys.
Your opinion's better.
Well, no. My opinion just happened to win last episode.
Everybody just seen that he was like, well, yeah.
Well, yeah, duh. No. All right, let's hop into it. Anything else you want to say before we get into Hollywood Studios? How you feel about Hollywood Studios?
I love Hollywood Studios. It's my second favorite park.
Second favorite, dude.
Runner
this park
up to
rules.
the
All right. If you don't remember, babe, 5 is where we're starting, and we're counting down. And you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got remember it. You're there. You're all loosey goosey.
I got it.
All right, let's hop into it, babe. What is your 5th favorite ride in Hollywood Studios?
Toy Story Mania.
Toy Story Mania made your list. Wow, cool. That's cool. I love that little dude. My wrist hurts thinking about that ride. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Swollen. Anything Toy Story really just makes me happy. And this ride does make me happy. Why did it make your number 5? Why did it even make your list at all?
Mariah loved it. I loved it with her. Like that was like she was Buzz Lightyear and Toy Story Mania are basically the same thing but completely different at the same time.
Yeah,
like the same type of ride.
But yeah, both shooter games.
Yeah. So she was not a big fan of Buzz Lightyear. She liked it, but Toy Story Mania.
Toy Story Mania is just so cool.
She loved it. It was So just that memory with her, and also, I like to win. I
you
like
are
to
competitive.
Play. Yeah. So
the re-rideability on Toy Story Mania is up there because it's a game.
Yeah.
And we recently watched a video about like all the bonus stuff in all the games, and we have yet to ride it since I've learned that stuff. I kind of really want to get on this ride soon.
I want to watch it again before I watch.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching it in the queue. I have like an obsession and love for the ride Men in Black in Universal Studios for this exact reason, because if you know the little things in it, you can come out of that and like have a 6 score, and everybody on the ride that is like in the other vehicles see your score up on the thing, and they're like, how often do you come here, you weird freak? And that's the look that we used to, there was a while where we get off Men in Black and people would be like, what the heck, dude? How did you do that? And it's like, well, we know where to shoot. That's how I want to be on Toy Story Mania. And I love that that's on your list.
Yeah. And I beat Brian last time on Buzz Lightyear.
You did beat me on Buzz Lightyear. There's stuff that she knows that I don't on Buzz Lightyear, clearly, because she's winning. And I don't like
my accuracy is always better than yours, though, too. So
on both of these rides, actually, it is. I just be like, or You know that in Disneyland they don't have their gun attached, and the thing doesn't. I feel like Buzz Lightyear is so weird. Like the fact that you got to like move it with a. That's why I didn't make either of our lists in the last episode. I think, but Toy Story Mania that makes all the sense in the world. We'll
Mhm.
see if it made my list.
I don't think so. The
Don't
way
think
you
it did.
reacted to mine, you're like, "Oh, that made your list."
That's like a stinker on this list. No, I'm just kidding. The rides are amazing. Honestly, Hollywood Studios, all bangers.
Hmm.
All the rides are bangers. This is a harder list to make. Was it hard for you? No,
No.
because I've been going here since I was a kid. I know these parks. All right, my last number, my number five. So what? It's only got 1 point right now.
Yep.
It's gonna stay there. I'm just kidding. This isn't a fight between you and your wife.
Anyways,
This isn't against, but your opinions are working together to prove that your opinions, whatever it is, doing. All right, my number five is Slinky Dog Dash. Slinky Dog Dash is sick.
hmm
It has an atrocious wait usually.
yeah,
My
okay, yeah,
mom thinks it's the most thrilling ride on property for some reason, and it is definitely far from that.
for sure.
But this ride is awesome when you can get on it. It's amazing. Perfect mesh of kid ride and thrill ride. I really look forward to the day that I can get Everly on it. I think this is going to be like the next step in her roller coaster journey.
Sooner than later.
Probably sooner than later because she did do
So
Barn. She
good
did
on it.
so good on Barnstormer. She loved it. So I feel like she'll get on this and she's gonna freaking lose her mind. Toy Story is one of, if not my favorite franchise. It's like neck and neck with Star Wars, and the queue of this ride is just so cool. Actually, the queue of Toy Story Mania
Is
is
insane.
way better. But just like the atmosphere and like all the things that are around the track and and like the idea of the track for Slinky Dog Dash, the fact that you are in Slinky, which is strange. I'm sitting in a dog that's a Slinky, but whatever. It's fun. I love this ride. It made my list. It's number five, so it only has 1 point right now. What is your number foe?
So we're gonna move Sleeky Dog Dash up to number 4 on mine. Well, not move it. It's number
It's
4, so now it has 3 points.
okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, it's just a cute roller coaster.
It is.
Like, it's
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 such a
quick.
fun time.
It's I
It's not too quick though. Like I think that the section in the middle where it stops you and cranks you back.
I feel like
It's that detail that they give you that like really makes it such a good ride.
yeah. I honestly it would be higher up on my list if it was longer. I do feel like it's too quick of a ride, honestly.
Yeah.
And it for the wait. It's a crazy wait, which I get because like it's a lot of first time roller coasters for kids.
Yeah.
A lot of parents wait in that line to take their kid on their first roller coaster.
Yeah.
Um,
Hollywood Studios, like,
and it's a good one.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a banger,
I
man.
do think smaller children probably should go on Barnstormer first.
Yeah, yeah. Barnstormer's a good.
That you can kind of like
We,
guesstimate how they're gonna handle it. I've seen some kids lose it on Slinky Dog,
yeah.
like terrified.
On the internet, I've seen plenty of kids lose it on both.
Really?
Barnstormer, just people losing their minds, like kids losing their minds. Like, what the heck is this?
Do you think your mom would find Barnstormer terrifying?
Probably, dude. I have this thing in
We have
my
to take her
head
on that
now
next one
that
then.
they're gonna hear this, but I have this thing where I kind of like really want to bring my mom on Everest for the first time, and she like goes with my brother and his wife Lex, match made in Hefner on YouTube. They have gone to the parks more with my mom, and I really want her to experience my favorite ride on property with me for the first time, and
Mm-hmm.
because I know that she thinks that Slinky Dog Dash is scary, and she said that rocking roller coaster is like a heart attack. And she just texted me. That's crazy. Speak of the devil, or not the devil, but my mother. Yeah, she. I just got to see her first ride on Everest, but yeah, Slinky Dog Dash. So that's your number 4. Is that what we just
That's my
said?
number 4.
Okay, so my number 4, and I was looking at the wrong list for a second. My number 4 is Rockin' Roller Coaster. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like this is gonna be higher on your list.
Yeah.
Rockin' Roller Coaster. I love roller coasters, and honestly, bro, the first time I ever rode this was with your brother. No, yeah, with your brother and my
Yeah.
brother. And this thing, the launch, bro, I was like, it's a Disney roller coaster. How crazy could it be? The launch scared me. I was like, "Whoa!" And then we're in the front row, and your brother has really long legs, so I was forced to like keep my legs kind of like closed a little bit more
Mhm.
because he's got like lower leg than I do. Got a Charlie horse on the first time I ever got on it, really bad,
Mm.
but didn't take away from the experience. Roller coaster sick. Who doesn't love Steven Tyler? Just giving us some backstage passes. This thing's getting rethemed to Muppets soon. Don't know how I feel about that, but regardless, it's still going to be a sick rolly coasty.
For sure.
It does all the things. It's the only roller coaster on property that goes upside down. Only inversion in Disney World that inverts. Only roller coaster inverts, bro. Did you know that?
I
Nah, now
did.
you do. You already knew.
Oh,
All right, cool.
did you guys know?
Did you guys know that? Yeah, you go upside down in that. That's why my mom was scared of it. She has this thing in her mind, upside down bad. I think upside down good.
Good.
Her think bad, me think great. So yeah, my number 4 is Rockin' Roller
All
Coaster.
right.
So now that has 2 points right now.
My favorite, and I'm just kidding.
Oh,
My number 3 is Tower of Terror.
oh, a little Tower of
Yeah,
Terror.
it's a good one. It's I don't think it's as thrilling as you do or your mom does. You guys think it's like a real like thriller ride.
Yes, we've had this
I
conversation
will
quite a
not
bit.
tell you the reason why it is my number 3 because I will not embarrass my child like that on this,
Yes,
just in case this ever like does pop off.
yes, that it
Uh,
will.
I will not be explaining why this is my number 3. It is a good, just a ride. Period. I enjoy it, but I don't
Yes.
know if it would hit my top 5 without this moment happening.
Hmm.
So,
Let's just say,
sorry, but not sorry. Can't tell you.
yeah, let's just say that there's memories that have been made on this ride that are quite funny.
Yes.
My number 3 is also Tower of Terror.
Hmm.
We have this conversation quite a bit, and I think that you're very much removed from the Tower of the Terror ride experience because you haven't ridden it in probably like 5 years now. Correct?
Okay. Yeah. I don't think
It
so.
is thrilling. It's like it gets the butterflies in your tummy.
See, I
It
think if
gives you a
my heart's
sensation.
not pounding,
It gets that. It does
I'm
that.
not. It's not thrilling.
We
It does
gotta.
not give me that.
We'll come back to it once.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Tower of Terror is just a classic ride. It's amazing. I remember being a kid and seeing like the trailer and like commercials on TV for this ride. I It's so iconic that before I was even obsessed with theme parks or ever went anywhere near a Disney park, I knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Oh,
I love it. I think it's great. I think the queue is amazing. The facade is
it does
amazing.
have a really good
You
queue.
see
Yeah.
this thing from all over the place in the park, and it's just a big beast that's like, hey, get on me. And also, I'm pretty sure that it has different modes. Like you could ride it back to back and get 2 different experiences. And Disneyland rethemed theirs to Guardians of the
I think it's
Galaxy.
such a disappointment. I know you said people like that. That is probably one that I would be upset about
I
changing.
think that as long as we keep ours, I can maybe go to Disneyland and really enjoy that.
But that's the thing is like it's like maybe if I can go, I can experience it again. Like there are people that live in California that have that pass has lost out on that ride and they
Yeah.
will never experience it again because they can't travel to Florida to do
Same
so.
ride system, but
I get it,
very
but
different now.
it's
Yeah.
like that Tower of Terror. But that's something I guess as a kid. Well, so was Splash Mountain. I don't know what it is about Tower of Terror that has like a special place with me, and it's not even. It wouldn't necessarily be on my top 5 if I didn't have that moment with Mariah.
Hmm.
But like I don't know. It just screams Hollywood Studios to me.
Yeah,
And like,
it's the icon of.
how could you change it? And I get they don't have like a
Is
Hollywood
it the
studio,
is
but
it the weenie of this park?
the weenie?
We've talked about weenie already before.
I don't remember.
The castle is the weenie of Magic Kingdom. Walt had this idea of like a big thing that sat in a park that you could see from all over, and he called them the weenies.
Uh, yeah,
I
it's
think it
weird
is
that
the
they're
we.
called
I
weenies.
think it's the weenie of. It has to
It
be.
has to be, yeah.
But yeah, it's an amazing ride. It's classic. I hope they never change ours. Keep ours the way it is.
Yeah. I don't think they
Um,
will ever touch ours, but
yeah, and now it has 6 points.
it
Right.
does.
Sweet deal. All right, what is your dang? We're flying through this one. How many minutes are we're only at 15 minutes? We gotta slow down a little bit, dude. Explain
Calm
more.
down. Well, we talked at the end and we count. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Don't worry about it. Tower of Terror, 6 points. Both number three on our list.
either
I
way you
think
look at it.
our second, and our first are the same. Probably, maybe
Okay.
flopped. But what is your number two?
My number 2 is Mickey and Minnie's Railroad.
Our lists are the same. The
Runaway Railroad.
Yeah, Mickey's Runaway Railway, man. Goodness gracious, what a great ride.
Killer.
So good. So cute. For you, okay, so it's so new that for the memories are ours the same on this one. You don't have young memories.
No. And I
Did you
remember you telling
feel
me about it when you went for Kyle's bachelor trip.
Yeah, it blew me away.
And I was like, dude, come on.
It's a kiddie ride.
Yeah. And then when I went on it, I was like,
No, it's amazing.
I love it. The song, it's just so good.
Do you remember its
And then
predecessor
Everly.
at all?
No,
The Great Movie Ride?
no,
Never rode it?
no.
Oh, that's crazy. A lot of people loved
And
that
if I
ride.
did, I just don't remember because we were a Magic Kingdom family. There were a couple times that we went outside of Magic Kingdom,
Mhm.
but we didn't really go out of Magic Kingdom until we got annual passes. My parents used to just take us once a year.
Yeah, and you would go to Magic Kingdom because you were all kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. My first experience was with my brother for his bachelor party, and this thing blew my socks off, bro. It was the first ride that we rode on property, so it was like one of the first rides that I've rode in any Disney park. The queue. All right, so the Disneyland queue. Now that I've done a little research, they've got the better queue because it actually fits into Toontown and it sits right next to Mickey's house. So I'm a bit jealous of that.
That's
But
another thing that I think I talked about how I wish they would have never gotten rid of
yeah,
Toontown.
we've talked about that before.
It's crazy. Bring it
Yeah,
back.
dude, bring back Toontown somewhere.
Yeah.
But this pre-show is like unmatched. I've literally watched so many people in this pre-show room. I can't remember, there was a guy next to me and he was like, "Oh great, another video that's gonna like tell us, or like a room's gonna stretch or something." He was like basically saying like he was getting ready to see something that he's already seen a million times in a pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
And when that thing exploded and blew up and opened, he was like, what? Like it just always blows there's always somebody brand new to that ride in that room when that hole opens up.
It blew my mind. I was like,
It still blows my mind.
how did
I'm
that
still looking
happen?
at it like a nerd. Like I'm walking past it, like looking at the edges. Like, how do they do that? I know how it's done now, but you can't tell. You won't be able to tell because it's done so flawlessly. And it's like you literally walk through there and you're in a cartoon.
Like I'm telling you, the way it blows adults' minds, kids experiencing that, it makes me want to cry because like
It's so funny.
so crazy.
Yeah. Also,
I really just was like in awe.
I don't know how y'all feel about it, but this ride has one of the hardest hitting modern banger from Disney. Period, dude. Nothing can stop us now. Will literally be stuck in your head for hours and hours after this ride. And it has turned into multiple TikTok trends. I have it stuck in my head just thinking about it. And we have an experience with Everly. This is one of Everly's first things that she like remembered.
She
She
knew
can
this ride song and story before ever even going on the ride.
Yep. Or
Yeah.
you really?
Yes. That's why we were so excited to take her on
Right.
it.
The first time that we rode this with Everly, she literally sat on the top of her brother's shoulders, Colton's
Her uncle's
shoulders,
shoulder.
or yeah, well, your brother,
Yeah.
her uncle, shoulders,
During the
and
pre-show.
her face, and just like the joy. This is why we love Disney. The joy in her eyes when that song started and that the cue video started, and she's singing "Nothing Can Stop Me Now" along with it is just like it's why we love Disney so much. Don't cry.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just saying no other theme park gives you that type of magic. None.
It's yeah,
It's
it's
unmatched.
what Disney is for, and we've gotten to experience it quite a bit with our baby growing up going to Disney. You've gotten
Mm-hmm.
to experience it twice now. So yeah, Mickey and Minnie's number two.
Mm-hmm.
Both are number two. So now that has 8 points, which means the next ride on
Could
your
make it or break it.
I hope it is what I think it is. But what is don't look at mine. What is your number one pick?
It's not what you think it is.
Oh, are you serious?
Rocking roller coaster.
You Rock and Roller Coaster's your number one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Explain more. Go in.
Nothing. It's just a
It is a
thrill
great
ride,
ride.
dude.
You
It's
cannot
just like that ride is one of the only parks in Disney. I mean, in one of the Disney parks that like really like from the very get go, you take off, your heart is like do 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 do, and you're having like the time of your life.
it is
You literally want to be like a rock star with your
it is a
face.
thrilling
Like
ride.
it's
It surprises you. And
so
it's themed
good.
to freaking Aerosmith. Like what the heck, dude? Hilarious.
And I remember not knowing what I was getting on the first time I got on it.
I think that's what it did to my mom
Not
too.
knowing it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Not like it just knew nothing of it. I think it was one of the first times that we went to a different park with our annual passes as adults,
Mhm.
me and my siblings, and it gave me the ride. It
That's
was awesome.
crazy.
Yeah. So that is my number one.
Dang. So I'm like blown away by what I'm not really that blown away by what won this episode, but let me get into my number one that didn't even make your list for some reason.
No,
Is
it didn't.
wild. My number one is it's me, Star Wars man. It is Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is the like it is a perfect ride in my opinion. It's one of the most like immersive, just best rides in the world. Uh Being a Star Wars fan, if younger me knew that I was going to experience this in my 30s, I could just like I don't know. I just think of young me and how like
Excited.
oh, this ride is just so good from beginning to end, and like even this one of those rides that you get in line and from the moment you step in line you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
It's like oh, it's so good.
I totally get why it made your list. It is
And
a
I know
good
you
ride.
love it too,
I
and you're
do.
just not a big on Star Wars
It's
as I
just
am.
not my personal like
We
I
have
think of it.
Yeah, we have a super funny story about it too, because I don't you'll have to like help me remember, but I know that the first time that we rode it with your family,
Which was the first time I wrote it.
yeah, we somehow skipped the line somewhat.
Kind of. So we
So
went to go do parent swap,
yeah,
and so they had the group that was going first go through Fast Pass.
yeah,
And then they had me, and it ended up just being me and Brian waited
yeah.
for the rest of them.
We waited at the end of the ride, like where people are coming off.
Yeah. And then they sent us through Fast Pass.
Yeah, so we essentially got a free fast pass somehow.
Kind of, but you got to think you still wait. I think the way they were doing it is like, okay, if I send them through Fast Pass and Fast Pass is at a 25-minute wait, but the ride is at a 50-minute wait.
Okay,
And
the
then you
experience
guys
is 20
go.
minutes. So okay. Also,
You
though,
waited the whole time.
we kind of our situation didn't go that as great because it
No,
shut
it shut
down.
down. And we sat there forever.
If you don't know anything about this ride, and I recently learned this, like the fact of this, but I already had experienced it, that if this ride goes down, it takes at least 40 minutes to get back up and running.
I don't
Because
feel
there's
like we waited 40 minutes.
we did. It takes a long time. It's something about that drop section that like
Mm,
it shuts everything down, and it takes 40 minutes for everything to get back up.
to reboot.
So we like, yeah, we got to where like
Where they're about
we're
to start like
already
getting in your faces and being
we
like,
were already in the base,
mm-hmm.
or well, the first orders. We were in that section. We had already gone through the Star Destroyers like hangar bay or whatever, and saw all the stormtroopers, and we had made our way into that zigzag room right before you are like split up and put into your groups to go into your rooms. We were literally like, we could see that section, and we sat there for what felt like forever at the
It
end of
did.
a long weekend there. Um, but yeah, this, I don't know, I just love this ride so much.
I remember there being a
The
family that was like
scene,
right in front of us telling us that like it was a half day of school that day, so they picked up the kids and came to Disney because they live in Orlando. And
yeah,
like they're like, oh yeah, all the time, anytime they have a half day, or even if like they got the report cards on a Friday and they did really good, we would come to the park. Sometimes we just have dinner, and I was like,
jealous of that. I would never want to live in
Orlando,
Orlando
never.
unless there's like small towns that I don't know about, like in the area that I could like. I just don't know the big. It's too
Well,
big.
so what I've heard how people explain it, which I know Jacksonville can be kind of similar on sometimes too, is like within your neighborhood,
Uh-huh.
you have like your local shops and stuff. So you don't necessarily have to go. It's when work introduced, or if you're trying to go like to Disney, or you're trying to go to like something outside of your like local neighborhood area,
Is when it becomes the
like
craziest.
mayhem. But I feel like their local neighborhood area is how like Palm Coast is on its worst day.
Yeah.
And I already hate Palm Coast traffic.
Yeah.
My
So
daughter let me know that I am like a cranky old man when it comes to
yeah, Tiffany shows that she's not old, but she's showing that she is an adult and getting into her 30s.
and that
She's
I have
well
no
into her
patience with
30s.
traffic.
Yeah, by the every time we're in the car, she's like, I just hate Palm Coast traffic
I
so
hate it,
much.
and I
What have
don't
they done to
want
our
to
town?
say it, but it's like people that didn't have their license most of their life that are here now,
Yeah.
and they're ruining the roads.
Our
Like,
town is very weird where it's like a
go
lot of
away.
retirement people, but then I feel like a lot of people who are retiring invited their children to move here,
They did, yeah, for sure.
and then their children had children, and now there's it's a lot of super young and a lot of super old.
So you have young kids driving recklessly throughout the road, and
And then
then
you
you
have
have
old people who shouldn't be driving anymore.
driving Miss Daisy just do do do
It's
do do
wild.
do do.
But yeah,
Get out of my way.
so
Drive the speed
Rise of
limit.
the Resistance only has 5 points.
Yep. So this is how the rating
This is how
goes.
the rating goes. Rocking Roller Coaster has 7 points,
Well,
which
no, you start from the least. Yes, that's
okay,
how
go
we.
ahead.
So Toy Story has a
One
whopping 1 point.
Toy Story
Mania.
Mania. Yep.
Slinky Dog has 3 points.
Yep.
Rise of the Resistance has
5 points.
points.
Yep.
Tower of Terror coming in with 6. Rocking Roller Coaster with a staggering 7.
And
And
then the
then
winning ride is
is
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I
coming
I
in with
like
8
I'm
points.
not gonna lie, I like this little game.
Yeah, it's a good
Mickey
one.
and Minnie. I thought that me and you were about to have Mickey and Minnie's and Rise of the Resistance both in the top. I thought
No,
this thing was going to come out with both episodes being my favorite ride on top. That's crazy. But Mickey and Minnie's, hey,
that
it
is
is an amazing ride. It is one of the best dark rides. I think that Rise of the Resistance is the best dark ride in the world, but I haven't ridden all the rides in the world, so I can't tell you that. But Mickey's and Minnie's is like, it deserves to be.
so good.
It is. It's a great. I'm not mad at it. So in our little game that we're playing right now,
We have Big Thunder
we have
coming in number one spot
Yep,
at 9 points, and
we have Big Thunder from Magic Kingdom, and we have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway coming out number one at Hollywood Studios.
yep.
That is hilariously awesome to me. I love that ride. Okay, cool. Any honorable mentions at Hollywood Studios things that.
Well, I guess I would say for my honorable mention, I would say Rise of the Resistance is a great ride. I've only ridden it once.
Okay, so that could have been one of the reasons that. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I get it.
It's a good one.
Hmm.
And I went
There's been
no
plenty of people I think that get on Rise of the Resistance and they experience it and they're like, okay, I get why it's a marvel. It's this like big feat they spent. It's like one of the most. It's very
hmm
expensive. It's
It
yeah.
looks like it's expensive.
There's no other rides that do all the things that it does. Um, I think it was one of the most expensive rides until Hagrid's, and then Cosmic took that from
Hagrid's was first, wasn't it?
Hagrid's. No, I think Rise was before Hagrid's.
Really?
I could be wrong. I know that it is expensive. I know that it's. I mean, I know that Hagrid's and Cosmic are the two that go head to head.
And
Cosmic
price.
Cosmic Rewind was $500 million. It
Yeah,
was
it was a
500
crazy amount of
five
money.
hundred million
Well,
dollars.
I believe, well, it's not a ride, but like somebody said they were at $5 million with just like the dirt and clearing the land of the new villain land.
Really?
hmm $5 million just to clear the land and to add the dirt to
It
like
That's
make it the way they
crazy.
want it.
It cost $5 million to get the licensing for Harry Potter for the new Harry Potter land in Epic Universe.
So that's before they even touched it.
It's before they even made anything.
I don't know how much the licensing and stuff cost Disney
Yeah.
for that,
Well, I
but
mean, they own the licensing for that, so it shouldn't cost them money. That's the thing about Epic. That's the thing about
uh,
Universal and Harry Potter is that like Universal has to pay a fee for Harry Potter still. Like
come up with your own good stuff.
it's not owned by That's crazy. It's not owned by Universal.
Yeah.
It's owned by Warner Brothers. Um, Mickey and Minnie's. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Don't think you care. You don't need it. You're an amazing ride. My
Oh.
honorable mention for this park has got to be Smuggler's Run. I know that this ride has kind of been like late. I don't. It hasn't aged the best. The like.
I'm excited to write it with the new
I was gonna get there. Yeah, we have an announcement that we're getting new missions,
I don't know
which I'm
necessarily if it's
super
for the
excited.
whole time. I think it's just for like a period.
No, I think it's like Star Tours. I think that there's gonna be a. I think that you could get on this ride and you could get put in a mission where it's this mission that we're doing right now, or you could get in a Mando, or Mandalorian could just take over the mission from now on. From what I
Hmm.
understood,
Okay.
you were
I
thinking that it was just a
I
promotion.
seen something else that made it seem like it
Well,
was from this point of time and to this point of time that you could ride this ride with this
I hope it's not that, to be honest, but that would make sense because you know why they're doing it, right?
because the new season.
No,
I
there's a
don't know,
Mandalorian and Grogu movie
coming out.
coming out. Yeah,
Yeah, I what I read was like it's through these dates
yeah.
that this will be happening.
Oh, I have to guess. You guys let us know. Chime off in the comments if she's correct. I think she is. I see things, especially Star Wars things, and I get excited and stop reading and go, "Ooh, yay, new mission!"
Yeah.
I hope that it's something that just like stays
I
because
mean,
Star
who knows?
Tours,
It could be like they're like, hey, it's from this time, and if it takes off and people want it, Disney has done it before.
right? Star
Um,
Star Tours is something now where you can get on and the mission is different because there's so many iterations with new missions with
mhm.
Ahsoka, with Mandalorian. I will never see them though because that thing makes me sick as a dog
Yeah,
and I won't ride it. And unless I honestly have thought about buying Dramamine or whatever the airplane
Dramamine.
Dramamine whatever just so I can get on this ride and experience it because it's Star Wars and I want to like love it, but every time I've ridden it I've gotten off it literally about to die
Mm.
throwing up.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to see if we can get on it with Mando and Roku. And did I say that wrong?
Yeah, Grogu and Mandalorian. Yeah, Mando and Grogu.
That's what I
Oh,
said.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, you said it right. Any
You made
honorable
a face a little bit.
Did you say an honorable mention for this
I
park?
did. I would say it was Rise of the
Oh,
Resistance for
okay,
me.
okay, okay.
But I have never gotten the pilot. I've only gotten the
The gunner or the
yeah.
Engineer.
Engineer. I've gotten engineer once. I've gotten gunner a few
People complain
times.
about the engineer thing, but I think that like it's not. I don't mind. I like watching, but I'm not gonna lie. I understand why people don't care for the ride that much because if you're not a pilot or you get on with people that just do not know what this ride is, which happens pretty frequently
They should explain it a little bit better.
if you use the single rider method,
You're
you
going to
will
be.
get on this ride and not get to experience it the way you should. The first time I ever rode it, I
I don't know if
literally
you shouldn't like that. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be put on a
we
ride with
got
somebody that doesn't know what they're doing,
I've been on the
but
ride with
you are going to be an engineer.
yeah, you'll be an engineer, which isn't the funnest, but it could be fun if you're put with a family that has fun. I've been on rides. I've been on this ride and been the engineer to a family of people who like nothing against them. They didn't speak English at all. And they didn't know it was a game at all. So they literally sat there and just let it go. And the thing is crashing on the ground. And I'm like pointing at the thing, and nobody did anything until like maybe 3/4 of the way through when they started to catch on and like tried to drive. But at the same time, I can imagine getting on with a family of kids who like Star Wars and being that single rider filler and watching some family experience it for the first time and have a lot of fun. I can imagine that
Yeah.
being really cool.
I'm a control freak,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to driving.
hmm
And I'm always like,
First time that I ever got on this ride, my brother was gracious enough to put me in the captain's seat. With it was me and my brother, which is emotional enough, and he let me be the person that put it into to light speed. He put me in that seat for his bachelor party. I feel like Kyle's bachelor party was him watching me experience Star Wars and him be
but you're
happy
like,
about it.
my
He's
little
like my
baby.
big brother finally gets to experience his dream come true. Let's go drink jet juice.
I love it.
Too much jet juice. Well,
Jet fuel.
jet fuel. Dang. Is it jet juice or jet fuel?
It's jet fuel.
We talked about this on an episode already. Um yeah, so that's it. Mickey and Minnie's coming out strong. I'm really liking the way this makes me want to like come in here tomorrow and shoot the other two episodes. Tomorrow we're actually going to Epcot Flower and Garden for my second time and her first time to shoot a
I'm
video,
excited.
her video of Flower and Garden. Basically, it's gonna be me and her there at Flower and Garden together, and we're also shooting a pretty. I mean, I don't that it might come after this. I don't know. We're pretty far into the schedule, so it's kind of
What
hard
might
to
come out?
like what video is coming out when. But
What I can tell you right now, what video is out?
oh yeah, hit them with it. What videos are out?
Wait, so which
My first Flower and Garden video
your first flower and
is out.
garden? We have a Universal video
The
out right now.
Universal
It's
video,
at Rope Drop, right?
yeah, rope dropping Islands of Adventure.
And then he just put out, which will be what 3 days before this comes out.
No, this isn't coming out for weeks.
Oh, okay. So it's been out for a while. We
There's a lot of
have a
videos. We have an
extended hours video
yeah, go
that
watch
is
that.
out. You have to go watch that. It just if you can stay at a deluxe resort, if you find out like if you're a Florida resident, an annual pass holder, and also even if you have none of those things and you buy a trip for at least 5 days or more, you can get a discount on resorts. Look into it because if you can find a deluxe resort at a decent price, on mostly it's on Wednesday nights. They have extended hours at typically Magic Kingdom. They have done it at all the parks, but it's typically Magic Kingdom. You get an extra 2 hours with just deluxe resort guests, and you can get so much done in those 2 hours.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. We got 6 things done.
Little tip to know that most of the food vendors are not open in those 2 hours. So
especially at midnight when you're done.
go ahead and go
Eat.
get there early if you like, if it's your first night there, go get there early, get something to eat, enjoy the night, make sure you have little snacks for you when you get back to the room.
Right.
They have like hot dogs and pretzels and stuff open up until I think
Like
5 minutes to midnight.
Midnight, yeah. Casey's
So
Corner is definitely closed if you're getting off of Seven
yeah.
Dwarfs at 12:15.
At 11:55, I believe, is where you have to be there to get your food.
Right.
But yeah, it's go on and see what we did. We had a great night. What we got done.
Yeah, all those videos are out. Also, another Magic Kingdom video, a full day of Magic Kingdom is out. It should be out. That's what I'm editing right now. Yeah, it's hard to tell. But yeah, we're going to Flower and Garden technically tomorrow. I don't know
Yeah.
when that video is coming out, but yeah, plenty of
Yeah.
videos coming out.
And we
Enjoy
did
all the
stay at the Old Key West Resort. Maybe a room
yeah.
tour.
Oh yeah, we got to do the room. I still have to edit that. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Just like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the things. If you're enjoying the comment or enjoying the content, definitely subscribe because we've got plenty more coming and we got plenty more trips
Let us
planned.
know how we're doing and if there's anything that you suggest that you want to see us do.
Yeah, do it. Let us know. Chime off in them comments. Until next time, until the next time, until whatever episode we're doing next, we haven't decided whether we're going to do Epcot and Animal, which is next.
I don't know.
We'll see. But until next time, have a great week. We hope you enjoyed it. We want you to just have the best days. It's late now. Love you
I
guys.
just
I
love
just
you.
love you guys. Okay. I'm excited it's not midnight right now. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We love you, and I'm very glad you won this. And we'll see you on the next episode of the top 5 contest.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Bye.